Hey Airsofters, this is Rooney, bringing you our first field review for Roanoke Airsoft. This 40 to 50 acre field is located in, well, you guessed it, Roanoke, Virginia, which is 2 hours and 40 minutes from the Richmond area. Now do note that they currently have two locations, a storefront in Roanoke and a field location in Monetta, Virginia, if I'm saying that right. Now they currently are in process of moving the store to the field, which should be completed sometime in summer 2021. Now they host matches every Saturday from 10 to 6, and they routinely host special events throughout the year and even partner with data events for their traveling events and games right there on their field. General admission is $25, rental equipment is available from $15, and they do have HPA refills available. For more information, check out their website and Facebook pages. Links in the description. Now, they have plenty of parking for players and a gravel parking lot. Remember, the parking area is a no-fire safe zone, mags out, and safety's on. The staging area has plenty of table space for players, and we've noticed that many players will bring their own tables for staging or simply use their vehicles for staging, as the parking lot and staging area are kind of one entity. There's a small storefront available which offers players a little bit of everything: weapons, ammo, gear, and lots of grenades. Get ready for a lot of grenades, guys. This field loves those explosives. I know you guys were going to ask, and yes, this field does have porta potties on site for use. Now let's talk about the basic field rules. All players must be over 12 years old. Full CLI Pro is required for all players, no mesh. Players under 18 must have full face protection. While not required for those over 18, it is recommended. Now here are the weapon FPS restrictions. Do note that this field will chrono with 2 5s. No weapon can exceed 18 rounds per second, and HPA weapons will require a regulator lock. Now let's talk the field and the gameplay. First off, this field's nearly 50 acres, and we really enjoy the fact that they use all of it for normal gameplays. I mean, we've been there for normal play days and the Theta hosted Blind Tiger event last fall 2020. This field is all about that woodland terrain and woodland combat. But with that, they have some very well thought out bases and structures and cover points, which really make the game dynamics interesting. Primarily while in play, the combat's pretty long range, in mid-range. However, not when you get close to the bases. The bases they have are large. Some of them are upwards of an acre. And they have massive 5-foot tall walls surrounding the entire perimeter of a base. Honestly, it kind of felt like Whiskey Outpost from Starship Troopers. It's a fight to get into those bases. There's only so many access points. But once you do, the combat changes. While inside the bases, it's single fire only. It's all CQB. And it was really fun first couple times we've been there because everybody's got a sidearm just for those engagements. So you'll have a massive long range fight happening on the outer perimeter of a base. And then when you get inside of it, it turns into a CQB arena. Everybody's got pistols and shotguns. And it's like two different types of gameplays all right there on the field. It was a very welcoming surprise our first time. And their base structures are not only well thought out with how they run, but geographically. They really thought about where to put these things to make it interesting and not have every base feel like the same thing. Some of them are on top of hills. So if you're attacking, you're straight up going up a massive hill to attack a base. Some of them are at the bottom of hills, some are level. And in between each base, this is the coolest part, they've got cover everywhere, point to point. Between bases, there's tons of cover to get lost in, and it feels like you're playing Gears of War. It really is, because Lord knows we've done this. We'll be starting the fight from one base, you get lost taking down the enemy, moving and pushing them, and then you haven't realized it, but you just push them all the way to their spawn point, all the way to their base, and guess what? You're about to get a world of hurt because they're all waiting for you. Okay, so it's very easy to get lost and lose your bearings as you're fighting this field. There's a lot of cover, a lot of structures out there to fight in. One special thing about this field is their use of vehicle combat during their special events. They have a old Jeep with a turret on the top where the owner will drive around, use it for troop transport for people. And of course, if you want to use the turret, guess what? You can use the turret on top. And there's something fun about feeling like you're Master Chief in a Warthog at Roanoke as he's driving around and you're just hammering down everybody. Now, as far as actual game types that they play, they do aim to change it up. Early part of the day, look for some TDM, some capture the flags, but then as the day progresses, the game types will constantly change. We played a variant of Alamo where one team would defend one of these bases we've been talking about, basically a game of attrition. They did a game, I believe it was called Hardpoint. That was definitely the favorite. The rest would walk around, call out a location like King of the Hill. Basically the King of the Hill, the position would move every few minutes. So basically you had to be the first team to get to that location, hold it for about 10 minutes, and then they'd move the hill to another location on the field. It was a full field engagement, just a normal Saturday, and it really changed the game. It forced you to move around. It forced you to be fast. It forced you to think that don't just come up on a position all by yourself because the enemy might be there. But their gameplay aims to keep the games enticing and keep the games fun. So all in all, this field has a lot going for it, guys. Lots of cover points, long range, mid range, and CQB combat options available for players. It has a very nice community, and the pro team is actually on site as well. If you see a bunch of guys in black camo, that's the collective, and you better watch out because they're going to bring the pain, all right? Hopefully you guys will get a chance to check out Roanoke Airsoft sometime soon. And if the drive worries you a little bit, guys, it's right near Smith Mountain Lake. So, you know, leave your girlfriends and stuff at the hotel or let them go play on the lake. You can go play BB Wars and, you know, they can have a good day. You can have a good day. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I hope this was fun, informative. And as always, I'll see you on the field.